Wow, a very equally sad but also beautiful day as we celebrate the passing of Mem G65, who launched her music career at the age of 65. That's her on the background. I hope you're enjoying the song. Let me just take it up a bit. So I just made a list of really the things that I really appreciated about her story. The fact that she launched her music career at 65. She was a teacher, a PhD student, a teacher for all her life. And as in our lives, when our parents grew up, those who had a little bit of something would either be teachers, nurses, or policemen. Those who were even lesser privileged, they would have to go work in the kitchens as domestic workers or gardeners. And so there was no luxury to do what you wanted to do, and so that is why she became a teacher. But she's always had this inner dream to become a musician. And I think the beautiful thing about this story is that, number one, you're never too old to let your dream manifest, but also remember, guys, that there are dreams that we have that are responsibility driven. As a breadwinner in our generation, with our moms, it used to be being a teacher, nurse, and police. In our generation is being an accountant, being an engineer, being having a profession. But each of us has an inner child. We all have that one thing that in your CV you call it a hobby, but actually it's that's who you truly are in your purest and most innocent state. And we never have the luxury to entertain those because they take longer to harness and harvest. And you could have a dream to be a comedian, to be a dancer, to be a writer, to be an artist. And those are usually the dreams that we put secondary, that we deprioritize because of the pressing state of the lives that we live. But guess what? I've since learned that actually those dreams that are your inner child driven dreams, they are the ones that actually hold the key to your greatness. The key to your greatness lies in your inner child. Think about it. Nobody ever went to school to be great. All great people were led from within, not from without. And so what I love about Mem G65 is that she really, at the end of the day, she said, I will not leave this world until I fulfill my inner child's dream. There's a saying that says that we should change careers. A person should change careers at least 3 times in a lifetime, and one they should all be different. And that's because each different career fulfills a different part of who you are, and all of these parts are very much important parts of who you are. I also love the genre that she chose. I think you can hear in the background. It's a quieter song. I mean, at her age, at 65, we could have expected a gospel song or a motivational song or an R&B song, but she went with what is current, which means this is a person who was old, but really aspired and was passionate about bridging the generation gap, which is the challenge we face in our country in our days, where we have older generation wanting to stick to their guns, and the younger generation wanting to stick to their gun, with nobody prepared to meet anybody halfway. The older generation not prepared to descend to meet the youth down halfway, and the youth not prepared to ascend to meet the adults halfway. But she was so humble. The humility in her, if you Google her and you look at her videos, her video trended, because she was surrounding herself with young people. There are people these days who are 45, who are 50, who are 60. They are so boring. You can never have fun with them. You can never, they're just so dead already. They are on a retired state. And for a woman like her, and trust me, she's not like a woman who likes things, a mother who likes things. She's not a cougar. She's a decent, matured, she could be my grandmother, she could even be my mother, but it shows commitment from her side to really reach out to younger people and make a difference. And her song is really a motivational song, but she found a way to communicate that to younger people, which is what we really need. And that is true leadership. And also, if you look at her, she's a BBT. She's a typical born before technology, but the way she embraced her music. She composed her song and she was working with her producers, doing the electronics and the programming, helping her producers to produce her songs electronically. That shows you somebody who really believes in life, rejuvenation, somebody who has the real art of self-reinvention. How many of us reinvent ourselves, and how many times in our lives? Some people, you know them now, you meet them 20 years time, they'll still be the same people, they'll still be doing the same job, the same career. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that there's a fulfillment and a growth and a rejuvenation and something that keeps you young, because we want to stay young as people, not because we don't want to grow old, but from a health point of view, mental health, physical health point of view. And I also like that she was celebrated as somebody who just came from Newcastle. And there are lots of people who have come from Newcastle, like Dubes and, many artists that were celebrated. But with her, she did something very special for Newcastle. And I want to say to you, even you will put your small town on the map one day. Even when Jesus was born, people said, but what is that town? What good can come out of Galilee or whatever town it was, And there are towns that are notorious for negative things, like Zola was notorious for negative things until the artist named Zola came. And everybody suddenly wanted to know where this Zola is. So it talks to the fact that, guys, it doesn't matter how old you are, how time lapses. If you truly believe in your dream, it will end up coming true. I also love that she launched her album. In fact, it's a single. She launched her single during lockdown, when everybody was crying and panicking and thinking it's the end of the world. She saw the beginning of her life. Isn't that a beautiful thing, and something for us to really to learn from? So please, guys, think about us growing from time to time. You can never finish a person. And today I also have an announcement for us, guys. Please, on the 12th of December, 9 o'clock in Midrand, corner Gallaun and New Road, we will be there will be a Mbokodo march that will be taking place there. Everybody will be marching to the Midrand police station, marching against gender-based violence. I cannot express enough how important this is. So please come and support corner Gallaun and New Road, 12 December, 9 a.m. The Mbokodo march. They will be marching to the Midrand police station. Thank you so much. I'm excited. And just a little bit. Please search the song, enjoy it, celebrate. And of course, she passed on due to COVID-19 last week, early days of this week. And so that is why we are celebrating her life, that she knew that this was her last song. And she's even said the words that I cannot compete with myself. And she knew that her time had come. Isn't it beautiful to live a life so perfect? And not perfect because you're making it perfect because you're trusting in God for every step of your life, even the things that seem to be delaying. They may seem to be delaying, but God is just waiting for them to happen at the right time. Thank you so much, guys. I love you, and good night.